Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're diving into the crazy world of modern data platforms. And we're using this datapro.news article called 2025's hottest modern data platforms as our, like, guide. Get this. Snowflake's on top right now, right?
Yeah.
Like 35% market share. But they're actually growing slower than Databricks, who only have like 5%. Kind of weird, right? So what is it that makes these platforms so hot? And why should you even care?
It's really interesting. It kind of shows this great consolidation thing that's going on. Companies are getting rid of all those like messy setups with a ton of different tools, and they just want one platform that does it all. But modern doesn't just mean, new. It's about being able to like handle the data challenges we're seeing in 2025.
Yeah.
I think, tons of data, AI everywhere, and needing insights like instantly.
So no more of these Frankenstein systems.
Yeah.
Companies just want one platform to rule them all, huh? Well, let's start with Snowflake, the current market leader. What are they like doing right?
Snowflake has really nailed this whole cloud thing. They've come up with some like really cool innovations like zero copy cloning. So instead of making like full copies of these huge data sets, it's more like creating a shortcut. You can access the same data right away without, using up a ton of storage. And they've also getting really good at cross-cloud governance, which is a huge help for companies that are using, AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud all at the same time.
And that speed advantage is no joke. This one Reddit user was saying that Snowflake was giving them marketing segments in like 8 to 10 seconds, while Redshift took 30 to 40 seconds. That kind of speed like totally changes the game for data teams, right? But it seems like they're not just focused on warehousing anymore.
Yeah, Snowflake's branching out. They've got Unistore now, which can handle those transactional workloads. So you can do things like real-time updates and inserts, all alongside your analytics. And remember when they bought Streamlit? They're bringing in that low-code machine learning app development stuff. So it's not just like data scientists who can use it. It's a pretty smart move to try and be like the only data platform anyone needs.
Now, let's talk about Databricks. They're the ones like growing super fast, even with a smaller market share. What's driving that crazy growth?
It's their lakehouse approach. Data lakes are great for, storing all kinds of data, but they can be like messy and slow when you try to do analytics. And data warehouses are fast, but not very flexible. So Databricks thought, why not have both?
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. But how does a lakehouse actually work?
It's like this. You get all the scale and flexibility of a data lake, but with the performance and structure of a data warehouse, all in one place. Databricks makes this possible with things like delta sharing, which lets you share live data securely, even across, different organizations. And then there's the Photon engine, which can make your queries like 4 times faster.
I've heard from people who switched from Synapse to Databricks,
Yeah.
and they literally cut their pipeline runtime in half. And what's this about AI being built right in?
Databricks is really pushing the limits of AI integration. They have this tool called MLflow, and it can handle the whole like machine learning lifecycle. And they're even using OpenAI to automatically match up different data schemas. Imagine onboarding like new data sources without having to do all that manual mapping.
Now, let's talk about the big guy in the room, AWS. Their data warehouse, Redshift, still is a decent chunk of the market. What's their strategy in this modern data world?
AWS isn't about like one single platform. It's about building your perfect data stack. You can pick and choose different services like S3 for cheap storage, Redshift RA3 nodes for like massive amounts of RAM, and GlueFlex for super flexible data transformations. It's like having a giant box of data Legos.
Okay, so more power to the people. But doesn't that mean you need like a PhD in AWS just to build anything? Does it like actually work in the real world?
There are definitely trade-offs. Like take this healthcare company. They used AWS's Cloud Development Kit, or CDK, to break down their machine learning pipeline into these reusable components. Think of it like modular code, but for your whole data infrastructure.
Okay, so like reusable building blocks. What's the advantage of that?
Well, first, you don't have to keep copying and pasting code for every new pipeline, which, saves a ton of time and helps prevent errors. Second, they could find problems faster because they could like monitor each part of the pipeline separately. And get this, their billing reports showed them that 60% of their costs were coming from just one part of the pipeline. So they were able to right-size their infrastructure and save a ton of money.
Talk about data-driven cost optimization. So AWS is powerful, but maybe not for everyone. What about their modern data edge? How are
Yeah.
they like pushing the boundaries?
One really exciting thing is Bedrock integration. You can literally ask a question in plain English like, show me sales trends for vegan products last quarter. And Bedrock, using Amazon Q, will translate that into a SQL query that runs on your data. You don't need to know any code.
So it's like having a data analyst who speaks both English and SQL.
Hmm.
Pretty impressive. Now, let's move on to Google BigQuery, a major player, especially for companies already using Google Cloud. What's their unique angle?
BigQuery is all about leveraging Google's AI expertise. They've got BigQuery Studio, which is a unified coding environment that makes collaboration really easy, and Analytics Hub, which gives you access to like over 150 public data sets. And they even have this powerful logic programming language called Logica that can handle like seriously complex queries.
Google's known for doing data at a massive scale, so it's no surprise they're bringing out the big guns in this platform battle. But how does this translate to like real wins for users? Got any interesting stories?
One user said they processed 1 billion location pings for only $12 on BigQuery. The same job cost $80 on Redshift. That's the power of Google's infrastructure. And their focus on cost effectiveness for specific workloads like geospatial analysis.
That's a huge price difference. Sounds like BigQuery is the way to go for companies that really rely on AI and location data. Anything else coming up for them? Any cool new features?
One really cool feature is their Omni layer, which lets you query data in like S3 and Azure without having to pay those annoying cross-cloud fees. It's a game changer for multi-cloud setups, and it shows that Google is really thinking about the future of data accessibility.
That's a big win for data flexibility.
Yeah.
Speaking of making things easier, tell me more about BigQuery Data Canvas. I hear it's a real game changer.
Data Canvas is all about using generative AI to make your data workflow simpler. Imagine being able to just like tell Data Canvas what you want, plain English, and it auto-completes your whole data pipeline. It's like AI taking care of the boring stuff so you can focus on, the insights. It's a trend we're seeing across different platforms, but Google is really pushing the boundaries here.
It's amazing how AI is changing the game for data professionals.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got one more platform to cover, Microsoft Fabric. What's the story with the new kid on the block?
Fabric is Microsoft's answer to platform sprawl. It's about, bringing everything together in one place. It's still pretty new. It only has about 12% market share, but it's growing fast, especially for companies that are already using tools like Power BI and Dynamics 365.
So Fabric is Microsoft's attempt to unify the data universe. What are they doing that's like different from the others?
One of their coolest features is Power BI Direct Lake Expert Speaker. It lets you query data directly from Data Lake's Expert Speaker, without having to import it Expert Speaker. Imagine analyzing like massive data sets in real-time Expert Speaker without all that hassle of moving data around.
So no more waiting for data to load. That's a huge time saver for analysts. What about real-time insights? Can Fabric handle that?
Oh, absolutely. Expert Speaker. They have Data Activator Expert Speaker, which triggers actions based on real-time events in your Data Expert Speaker. Let's say you're, tracking inventory levels Expert Speaker. Data Activator can automatically send you an alert Expert Speaker if stock dips below a certain point.
That sounds incredibly useful for any business that needs to react quickly to changes. And I hear Microsoft's Copilot is also part of the Fabric party.
Yeah.
Tell me more about that.
Yeah, Microsoft has integrated Copilot, their AI pair programmer, right into Fabric Expert Speaker. Imagine having like an AI assistant expert speaker who can help you write Spark code, generate data visualizations, expert speaker, and even suggest ways to optimize your queries.
That's like having a data science guru on call 247. But Fabric is still pretty new, right? Are there any growing pains that users should be aware of?
Like any new platform, Fabric has, its quirks, expert speaker. Some users have said they ran into bugs and performance issues, expert speaker, which is, to be expected as the platform matures, expert speaker. But the potential benefits are huge, expert speaker, especially for companies that are already using a lot of Microsoft tools.
So it sounds like Fabric is a promising platform with a lot of potential, but maybe not quite ready for prime time for everyone. What about security and governance? Those are really important things to think about with any data platform. How does Fabric measure up?
One of the most exciting features for governance is Purview Integration Expert Speaker. Purview automatically applies like sensitivity labels Expert Speaker
Hmm.
across all your different Microsoft tools Expert Speaker, so you know your data is being handled securely Expert Speaker and in compliance with all the regulations.
It's like having a built-in data bodyguard, huh? Keeping all your sensitive information safe and sound. It's really impressive how Microsoft is like bringing all their different tools together into this unified data experience.
Yeah, it's a bold move, Expert Speaker. It'll be interesting to see how Fabric evolves over the next few years.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground here. We've explored like 5 major modern data platforms, each with their own, strengths and weaknesses. And it's clear there's no one-size-fits-all solution when it comes to choosing the right platform.
Exactly. Expert speaker. The key is to choose a platform that aligns with your organization's specific needs, expert speaker, and goals.
The article gives some helpful advice on this, suggesting which platforms are like best suited for different types of companies. For example, AWS seems like a good fit for organizations that value flexibility and a cloud agnostic approach.
Yeah, their modular approach lets you build a custom data stack expert speaker that meets your specific needs expert speaker no matter which, cloud provider you use.
Snowflake, on the other hand, is a strong choice for companies that prioritize governed analytics at scale. Their focus on like security, governance, and multi-cloud capabilities makes them a solid option for enterprises dealing with sensitive data.
They've really doubled down on helping organizations maintain control and compliance expert speaker across, these complex data landscapes.
Then there's Databricks, the trailblazer of the lakehouse architecture. They're a natural fit for organizations that are heavily invested in machine learning and AI, thanks to their integrated ML flow tool and their open source commitment.
Their platform is designed to handle the entire machine learning lifecycle expert speaker, from data preparation to model deployment expert speaker.
Yeah, well,
They even
partnering Google BigQuery
yeah.
with its massive scale and AI-powered features seems ideal for companies with, AI-heavy and geospatial workloads. Their cost-effective infrastructure and innovative tools like BigQuery Studio and Analytics Hub make them a real force to be reckoned with in the data platform world.
They've really taken Google's expertise in AI and big data expert speaker and used it to create a platform that can handle some of the most demanding data challenges out there.
And finally, we have Microsoft Fabric, the integrated platform that aims to unify the data experience for Microsoft-centric organizations.
Yeah, it's a compelling option for companies that are already deeply embedded in the Microsoft ecosystem expert speaker. It offers a seamless and unified experience across tools like Power BI and Dynamics 365.
There you have it, a diverse landscape of platforms, each catering to different needs and priorities. But beyond the specific features and capabilities of these platforms, there are some broader trends shaping the future of data.
Absolutely. Expert speaker. The article highlights several key trends, expert speaker. One of the most interesting being the concept of agentic data, expert speaker. This is where things get really exciting.
Agentic data sounds intriguing. What is that all about?
Imagine platforms that can use, like AI Agents Expert Speaker, to automate tasks, optimize processes, Expert Speaker, and even make intelligent decisions on your behalf, Expert Speaker. It's like having a team of, tiny data robots, Expert Speaker, working tirelessly behind the scenes, Expert Speaker, to streamline your data operations.
So instead of just crunching numbers, data platforms are becoming like proactive and intelligent. That's a game changer. What are some examples of agentic data in action?
Imagine Snowflake, like automatically optimizing your queries, expert speaker, to improve performance and reduce costs, expert speaker, or Databricks flagging data anomalies, expert speaker, before they cause, problems, expert speaker, saving you from a potential data disaster, expert speaker, or BigQuery suggesting ways to reduce your cloud storage expenses, expert speaker, based on, your usage patterns.
That sounds incredible. It's like having a personal data assistant expert speaker who anticipates your needs and proactively solves problems, expert speaker, before you even know they exist.
It's a glimpse into the future of data management, expert speaker, where AI plays a more central role in automating and optimizing expert speaker, every aspect of the data lifecycle.
This agentic data trend ties into another key theme highlighted in the article, the consolidation of the data toolchain. Apparently, the average data stack has shrunk significantly in recent years, from 22 tools in 2023 to just 14 today.
That's right, expert speaker. Companies are realizing that having a leaner, more integrated data stack expert speaker can be like more efficient and effective expert speaker. Instead of juggling a dozen different tools expert speaker, they're looking for platforms that can, handle more of the heavy lifting.
And we're already seeing evidence of this consolidation trend in action, right? Snowflake acquiring Streamlit and Microsoft linking Power BI to Dataverse are prime examples.
Okay. Absolutely. Expert speaker. These moves signal a clear shift toward platform consolidation expert speaker. Platforms are expanding their capabilities vertically, expert speaker, absorbing more and more functionality, expert speaker, into a single unified experience.
So it's not just about choosing the right platform today. It's about understanding how these platforms are evolving and anticipating what the future holds.
Exactly. Expert speaker. We're in the midst of a data revolution expert speaker, and the winners will be those who can, adapt expert speaker and embrace the power of automation and AI.
This is a lot to take in, but it's incredibly exciting. It feels like we're on the cusp of a new era of data-driven decision-making where, insights are more readily available and actionable. But with all this talk about fancy features and cutting-edge technology, it's easy to lose sight of the fundamentals.
You're right, expert speaker. It's crucial to remember that technology is just a tool.
And as those data engineers on Reddit wisely pointed out, modern data platforms don't mean abandoning the fundamentals of good data management.
Exactly. Expert speaker. It's still essential to have a solid data strategy expert speaker, clean and well-structured data expert speaker, and a clear understanding of the, business problems you're trying to solve.
So modern data platforms aren't about replacing human expertise. They're about augmenting it. They're about automating those tedious and time-consuming tasks. So you can focus on the things that truly matter, extracting meaningful insights from your data and using those insights to, make better decisions. So it seems like the common thread here is automation. These platforms are evolving to, handle more of the grunt work, freeing up data professionals to focus on those higher level tasks.
Exactly. And it's not just about automating the boring stuff. It's about giving data teams the power to do more with their data, to uncover insights that would have been hidden before or just too time consuming to find.
This deep dive has been a lot of information, but I feel like we've gotten a really solid understanding of the modern data platform landscape and the trends that are shaping its future.
Yeah, we've explored the leading platforms, broken down their strengths and weaknesses, and really dug into the bigger picture of where the data world is heading. So what stood out to you from all this? Was there a particular platform or trend that caught your eye?
Honestly, the whole agentic data thing really blew me away. The idea that data platforms can become these proactive partners, anticipating our needs and solving problems before we even know they exist. That's incredibly exciting.
I agree. It's a total paradigm shift.
Yeah.
And it has the potential to revolutionize how we interact with data, making insights, more accessible and actionable than ever before. And it's not just some futuristic fantasy. We're already seeing hints of this agentic data revolution in platforms like Snowflake, Databricks, and BigQuery.
It really is a fascinating time to be working with data. But with all this excitement, it's important to remember that, technology is just a tool.
Very true. It's easy to get caught up in all the hype. But at the end of the day, the success of any data initiative depends on having a sound strategy, a skilled team, and a deep understanding of the business problems you're trying to solve.
That's the key takeaway here. Modern data platforms offer incredible capabilities, but they're not a replacement for human expertise and careful decision-making.
And like we talked about, today's shiny new tool could easily become, tomorrow's technical debt if it's not the right fit for your organization. So it's super important to carefully evaluate your options, consider your long-term goals, and avoid just blindly chasing the, latest trends.
Well said. We've covered a lot of ground today.
Yeah.
From the nuts and bolts of lakehouse architecture to the mind-blowing possibilities of agentic data. It's clear that the data landscape is evolving at an insane pace, and the only constant is change.
Yeah, that's what makes the data world so great. It's always challenging us to learn and adapt and push the boundaries of what's possible.
And that brings us to the end of our deep dive into the hottest data platforms of 2025. We hope you found this exploration insightful and, thought-provoking.
We encourage you to keep exploring these platforms, stay curious about the latest developments, and most importantly, think critically about how these technologies can be used to, solve real-world problems.
We'd love to hear your thoughts. Which platform sparked your interest the most? What questions do you still have? Share your insights with us on social media and, join the conversation.
Until next time, happy data exploring.